Arlington. My name is Jane Morgan, and I am running for one of 2 school committee seats on April 7th. I would like to share with you why I'm running, what I feel our schools need, and how we can work together to make that happen. I have 4 children who go to public elementary school in Arlington, and I am running for school committee because our schools are vibrant and integral parts of our community. Even though we are fortunate to live in a relatively affluent, safe, and engaged town, we are surrounded by families, parents, students, and teachers making brave choices every day. I have a close friend who lost her husband last fall completely unexpectedly, leaving her as sole provider for her 2 young boys. When I saw her the next morning and asked after the boys, she said, "You know, they're really sad, but they want to go to school today because that is where things feel normal, it's where their friends are, and they feel supported there." That these 2 boys would want to be at school after experiencing this level of tragedy speaks to how important our schools are. That their mother would be brave enough to let them go speaks to how much trust she has in our schools. Bravery and trust. I've been fortunate to see these themes again and again in my time in Arlington. I saw them when we welcomed a family from Ethiopia to our school in January. They arrived with so little English, we relied on pantomime during a school tour. I saw them when I spoke with a father who had moved to Arlington so that his 9th grade son and his learning needs could be here for high school. I saw them when I watched parents drop their kids off after the latest school shooting, and I see them every day when our teachers walk into our classrooms. We need to continue to work hard to deserve that trust. Our schools are good. They're often very good, but we can continue to strive for greatness. We must because so many people depend on us. There are 3 things that we need to focus on over the next 3 years. We need to prepare for the rebuild of Arlington High School. We need to preserve the quality of our students' educational experience in the face of enrollment challenges. And we need to present a cogent, articulate, and thoughtful vision of what our schools need in order to be great. In order to preserve our students' educational experience as enrollment increases, the school committee needs to continue to advocate for appropriate levels of funding from the town, as well as work with other stakeholders statewide to increase school funding from the state level. As we finish building out our school infrastructure to support our enrollment needs, we also need to make sure that we are deploying our staff and faculty appropriately and using our resources wisely. In preparing for the rebuild of Arlington High, we need to continue to seek input from the community while moving aggressively toward meeting the deadlines and milestones set by the Massachusetts Building Association. We need to make sure that our new high school is accessible and available for community use during off-school hours, and that we advocate bravely for what our students and faculty need today and tomorrow. This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity. Arlington Public Schools also need to present a clear vision for what we want education to look like in Arlington. Eventually, we are going to have to attach dollar amounts so that we can obtain these objectives. So much of what we want for our students, including innovative special education, increased diversity in hiring and in teaching materials, more STEM, more arts programming, opportunities for non-traditional learners, more individualized project-based opportunities, support for English language learners, and on, can only be delivered through changing our school funding model. However, in order to make that ask compelling, we need to be able to present a plan for what we want our schools to look like. Due to the needs of our high school building and our outstanding fiscal management, which has pushed off the need for an operating override far longer than initially expected, we are in a position in Arlington where we need to go to the voters and ask them to concurrently vote yes to borrow money to rebuild our high school and to vote yes to increase our town's operating revenue. Is this significant? Yes. How important is it for our schools? There is nothing more critical. As a member of the school committee, I want to be a part of crafting this ask. I want to make sure that the rebuild of Arlington High School results in the building our students and teachers need, and I want to make sure that the operating override supports the schools we want to have, schools that are striving for greatness and are worthy of those who learn and teach in them. I have the background of a classroom educator and a parent, and I look forward to serving on the Arlington School Committee. Please make sure you vote on April 7th. Thank you.